Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Y'all, please excuse my prayer beads that are dangling up here, and the fact that we in the car, but you know what I'm saying. Your girl's not at home, but we still gonna go ahead and record. You know what I'm saying. My mom decided to treat me and my son to staying the night by the beach. Anywho, the message I have comes in the form of a dream. In this dream, I was working at a furniture store, which is interesting because, like, at the beginning of the dream, it seemed like I was just shopping there. And then after I was shopping there, somehow I was working there. It's like I was going through a process of starting a job there. And now it got weird once I got ready to check out and purchase my items. For one reason or another, the other people that were working there were trying to get me to strip down, like take my clothes off. And after doing this, I was complaining, but they wouldn't stop. So I started recording them. And after I started recording them and they were like being live streamed, then they chilled and they asked me to stop recording. Please delete the post. We're sorry. Here, we'll give you a bunch of free stuff, etc., etc. And then they moved me to where I was with like some higher ups, and the higher ups were asking me like what happened, and I was telling them I was very emotional, I was crying, I was like hysterical, and they started crying. However, I knew that they weren't really meaning it because one of them reached towards me to give me a hug, and then she started touching on my butt, and I was like, girl, what is you doing? The scripture comes from Ecclesiastes 3 and 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away. I feel like in this message, God is saying that it's a time for everything. There will be times in your life where you are in celebration, and there will be times when you are in mourning. And sometimes we will try, we'll be in a season of mourning, we'll be in a season of sadness, and we'll be trying to make the best of it, and we'll try to make light of it. We'll try to come out of that. And God is saying, sometimes he's simply not going to allow you to, because sometimes we don't realize when we really should be mourning something. You know what I'm saying? When we really should just be sad. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be sad sometimes. Even like when we planned on coming out here, I had no idea like what was gonna happen. And for those of you that asked in the picture, you know what I'm saying, of B King and I, first of all, me and him were not besties, okay? We weren't dating or nothing like that. Like, we were just cool, okay? I saw him around Houston a lot. He would pop up at clubs a lot. He would pop up at events a lot. In fact, in that picture, that was 3 months after I gave birth to my son. I went to South by Southwest with some of my friends for my birthday. He was out there. We was like, be king. And we went over there. We took a picture. And that's that. And you know what I'm saying? And that's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. But at the same time, it is a sad situation for me, because he was somebody, that he was from Houston, and like he used to pop up like at so many different events. Like I like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to explain it. Is like he called himself Club Guy. He was really out in the streets a lot. And I saw him a lot. It was several times that I saw him out. But I'm not gonna act like we was just best friends and we had each other's numbers and we was sitting on the phone and stuff like that. But it is sad. But I just feel like for whoever this is for, God is just saying, Oh, okay. And this is what I really was gonna say. Okay, somebody was asking what I was throwing up. I was throwing up Southwest. Okay, you know what I'm saying. I was throwing up the neighborhood that my mom stayed in when I was a child. That's what I was throwing up, and he was throwing up H Town. But anywho, I don't know why y'all be trying to make, every time y'all see something, y'all be trying to make it something that ain't. That picture is an old picture anyways. I was not saved at that point in time in my life. I ain't even gonna act like it. But anyways, um, it's a time for everything. And God is saying that there are times when, you know, like after a breakup or something, and we'll be trying to like rush out of our sadness. We'll try to rush out of our mourning, and we'll try to, you know, put on a face and try to act like we okay, and try to act like everything is good, and try to act like we not sad, and try to act like we not heartbroken. This is very unhealthy. God said whenever you try to do something like this here, he is going to make it to where you have no choice but to sit there and mourn. You have to mourn that relationship. You have to mourn that friendship. You have to mourn whatever it is. And sometimes it's going to be situations where you are happy. It's a time for celebration. And then things will happen that, and you'll be like, oh no, this is going to ruin everything. Like, let's say you having a birthday party and somehow, some way the cake is messed up. Somebody put the wrong spelling on the cake, and you going to start getting upset and get ready to have a fit because your name is spelled wrong. And God will make it to where you can't help but to be happy. Like maybe they'll scrape it off real quick and put the name right. And you know, because it's a time for celebration. God says it's a time for everything. And he's not going to allow you to just rush over whatever season he has you in, regardless as to why. Some seasons are very fast and some are for a while. And that's the message. That's the message, y'all. That's the message. Regardless of whatever it is that what season you in, whatever it is you going through, God said you're not gonna be able to just rush past that. Just like in his dream, it was a moment where I was in shock, I was heartbroken, I was hurt, I was embarrassed, and I could not understand why I had to go through what I went through, and they were trying to pull me up out of that too fast, and it wasn't time yet. And you know, in reality, even with that, you know, they were trying to get me to where I'm not talking about what they did anymore. And then they started to push more and started to do more to show me that it wasn't, the season wasn't over yet. It wasn't over yet. And, you know, in reality, probably should have kept on recording until I left out the store. And then I can heal, and then I can calm down, and then I can feel safe. It wasn't the time to feel safe yet. And you know, for somebody, it's like you be trying to rush it. You be trying to rush through everything. God said you can't rush through everything. You just can't do that. But you know what I'm saying? And that's the message. That's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.